Hello and welcome to episode 1, definitely, of LockdownLAN, and this is definitely not episode 2, and I definitely didn't accidentally delete all the footage of Heretic and accidentally upload, and I'm not joking, 3 hours of Borderlands 3 instead. We're going to try Hexen on Zanjurum. So because this is not regular Doom, you can kind of join as much as you like. Be a cleric, which gets me a mace. I'm not even sure if there's any difference in the classes other than the starting weapon. I did play Hexen through it a number of times. I remember it being more interesting, but not quite as good as like Ultimate Underworld. I'm going to be the cleric, and Annihilation should just work. But it's the old school of networking where you have to set up a signal port, a command port, and then 1,000 random ports that it can pick from. Net meeting was at Microsoft. You had to open up a range of 16,000 ports and it would pick one. Why would you do it like that?
Made a range in case someone already used it.
Correct if I'm being completely mental here. Why not just let me choose which port? Annihilation is direct play. It was one of the very early direct play games. This is Andorra, not GZ Doom. So just run it, join the server, it will just work. Or it will go terribly wrong, one of the two. Hide or empty, hide or full, and then there's not very many left.
Balls, map 01.
Yeah, that's one. No, it's not really my game. There doesn't seem to be a better search than that, though. Given that this is a version of Doom expressly geared up for multiplayer, you would have thought that they would have made that a little bit better. This is really hard one player. Only show cooperative games, which should reduce it a lot. Oh my god, there are so many game types.
It wouldn't let me enter it though.
Why would I type in your password and then you choose which server to join? It's just unbelievable. And you will need to bind the jump key for this game. Games are still this quality these days. I could write a game like this. I see like old games on like 8-bit computers and I look at them and it wouldn't even be a demo on a mobile phone these days. No one would spend money on it. Back then, that was biggest and the best. Technology moves on. No, I don't have any weapons yet. I'm still absolutely Macy McMace. I'm glad that Rare is now the company that did Sea of Thieves rather than the company that did Battletoads. It's a shame about the bit Sea of Thieves because I played with you and I really enjoyed that evening. It was great. And then I was like, cool, what was my progression? None. Oh, but you can unlock some new stuff for your boat. We went chicken hunting, did PvP, we sunk other players' ships. They're cracking. We fought a whole bunch of bosses because we were just getting completely hammered. So we kind of saw everything the game had in one very condensed session. Oh, there's anything else.
The only progression really is unlocking visual information.
I understand you don't want to unlock progression stuff because then obviously players will murder each other, but I wouldn't mind if you could unlock access. You could only access the Isle of the Dead if you've got a skull key or something. There's some sort of PvE progression. Like in Warcraft, you could kill every single mob in the game. All you chose was how your character looked. I don't think it would have done quite so well. Genuinely impressed how beautiful it was, how nice it was, the great co-opness. You can't drive the ship by yourself. You have to look at the map. Okay, I'm going to take us through to the next area, which I think will drag you through. Yes, it did. Good. Here is your cutscene. Here you go. Okay, I'm not taking any damage, just checking. I'm surprised the game makes you run around with just essentially fists for quite so long. We're a good, 5 or 10 minutes in. It's just walloping the guys and taking a lot of damage every time I do anything. Not on this difficulty. If we go up another difficulty, mobs respawn. If you keep zerging and dying, you end up overwhelmed. Somebody pressed a button somewhere last time. It wasn't me, so I don't remember where it was. Oh, wait, there we go. There we go, I pressed the button. These things look very familiar. I think they look like the bad guys out of Spawn. I don't know if you remember the Spawn film. It had a very early CGI. It tested so well with audiences. They loved the CGI. So they had some very expensive CGI. And then they stuck in a bunch of much less expensive CGI. The last 20 minutes of the film is 90s level CGI. Diablo 1 level cutscenes. It's bad. I've got billboards and stuff for mobs in the fight scenes and things. Literally filmed people doing that punching animation, then duplicated them hundreds of times with a computer. It's Gran Turismo at that point. Yay, I've got an axe, which I can't pick up. Oh.
Oh, I can pick it up.
Oh, what? So we actually have per character weapons. So I'm still stuck my mace.
You've got a mace already.
Yes, but it's the same as your punch. Great, you've got an axe. It's an amulet of warding. I want to play games that are an absolute nightmare to get working over the internet. I don't think IPX games will be in the slightest bit easy. Anything that is a nightmare, we should just be able to all use Hamachi, which is fairly idiot-proof, I believe. To just, I failed on pressing the jump key. Total Annihilation, it would just be much easier to... That's me. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
It's quite a lot of knockback when you did that. Right, so we can kill each other by knocking each other off cliffs. Brilliant.
I've got a torch, whatever that comes.
I use torches in the darkness. No, I suspect it acts more like a key. There's a lot of verticality for a game with no look up or look down initially. Heretic yesterday, if we'd had damage, I'd have been murdering people left, right and centre. If it moved, I was just shooting at it.
Chaps,
Hey! Right, we'll come along. We're in the first area and we're lost. Pretty much the same as Heretic. This all looks very secrety, this bit down here. Now you've got a torch. Can you put that into like a torch holder?
No, it's just an item that lights up the area.
If you see this bit here, I'm 90% sure this opened up yesterday. I don't remember what we did. Oh, wait, hold on. There's... Fuck's sake. There's arrow. There's come into the room I'm in. There's literally arrows telling us where to go. Good luck with your axe. I had a look at Strife, by the way. Strife looks really interesting, like quite a complex and deep role-playing game. Apparently completely flopped because of, well, because of Quake. Just being so much better. Between Duke Nukem and Quake, these ice jumps are not very... Oh, well, I died. I'm still called Player. Realism has joined. Hey, there's another door on the other side, by the way, so should we try this side too? My armor class is 2, I can tell you that. Brilliant. Can't tell you what keys I'm holding, can tell you my armor class. Oh, here we go. We need something that looks like a skull. See this sword pointing at that crusher there? Oh.
The teleport tab.
Why would you do that? Oh, right. Oh, wow. This just opened up. Have a language for teleporters and then go, not now. Look for the glowing arrows. Mystic braces, which has done nothing. 4 damage. Yes, there is. Now, this game was 95, I think it was. That's the way they should have just killed off Kratos. It's just they didn't pull a lever that just stabs him to death. I'm also amazed there wasn't an achievement in Portal to just make you press a button and kill you, going, are you really that stupid? Because you totally would have. Pull this lever and get an achievement and die. Yeah, I think I will.
Their game that was basically like to troll people with achievements.
But you were like unlock the ability to jump and stuff. Maybe even called achievement quest. Yeah, it was quite a new one. Compared to this, everything feels new. These guys with shields are not fun at all.
There's something hidden behind here, but we can't get into it.
Hexen is much less linear. You'll go into areas, get a key, and then go into use that key in a different area. I don't envy them putting this much stuff into the Doom engine though. That can't have been fun at all. I don't know. How did you guys get in there? I love that you're asking us like we might know.
Open the door and get out. I'm like, how did you do that?
Oh, corners of doors. Okay. A minute ago we had a message that said you need to find another switch. Who made that appear?
I would suggest you have to pull both those switches at either end of that long corridor.
I have pulled them both a lot.
Simultaneously, I mean.
It's not a multiplayer game.
You need the steel key.
Oh, so the steel key opened this door. So I have the steel key. If a mob does 10 points of damage, I'll only take 8 points of damage. I don't know what uses. Uses spacebar. Does your character go, if you just stick your face against the wall? Yay! Back to the 7 portals, everyone. I think that's the right area. When we go through those red mirror portals, everyone goes through simultaneously. The other side was up, this side wasn't. And I have pulled a lever. The door opened on the Guardian of Ice. So I can't believe I haven't got a weapon. I've teleported, now look on your maps. This is Guardian of Steel. So we need to find Guardian of Ice. It's one of those portals. This one looks icy in here. What did it say happened on the Guardian of Ice?
Hello?
Something Guardian of Ice. Oh, wait, here we go. If you come to me, I found the bit that's open. It moves so fast in this game.
You can turn run off in the menu.
Then I would be moving slowly. That doesn't sound fun. You've got grenades?
Yeah.
I want grenades. Oh, wait, I have Dragon's...
Little green things you pick up.
I use them.
Just enter.
Use my Dragon's Grin braces. Don't really know what that's achieved. Oh, yeah. Armor class 18. Read it and weep. Want a PvP?
How many 10?
Yeah, oh, mine was 2 before, so I felt good about myself till you said that. So hit it with your axe. Or your grenades. Oh, I see. I have like acid bombs, and if you don't get out of the way, they hurt you. Not a landmine, more of a
Spark bomb.
Where does this take us to? This takes us to the Garden of Steel with more mobs, but they can't hit me, so I'm just going to hit them to death. You'll notice that the pants of the barbarian are particularly brown. Oh, did you just stop? Just stop. Just. There's no crouch animation or graphics. It just squishes the sprites. Because, of course, there is no crouch in the game. I found a staff with an eyeball. Yes! I've got a weapon. I just want to hit quick save now. 1/3 of the puzzle has been solved. Wow, that's one way of doing puzzles, I suppose. These guys have got shields, and when they got their shields up, it reflects the damage back at me. It's sort of got, like, concentric squares. You just keep going in and up and in and up and in and up. If it's a single-use one, that's good. It's the ones where you have to press it and then quickly work out which one it is before it resets are a pain. They have constant respawns, but the respawns don't drop ammo. Mana respawning, I think it might be. I don't know what good blue mana is, though. Oh, blue mana is for the green laser bolts. Brilliant. I'm not sure if I prefer modern games or old ones. Like, in a modern game, it would just give you like a nav arrow, just saying, look, go here, don't be stupid. I'm not sure if I prefer having to work it out myself, or if I prefer being handheld.
I prefer middle ground where it's a bit more linear, so you'll have to hunt around a bit.
I mean, this is kind of linear. It gives us a kind of a hint.
The trouble is, everywhere looks the same.
No, here's outdoors with the red sky. The steel key's in there. Good luck on the jumps.
I don't think I've found a jump.
Did you sprint off a cliff going, I haven't bound jump. Yeah, it's only jump you need. There's no really in this game.
Why is it bound to something so random?
It's bound to the right slash, which is what you would have played this game on. You wouldn't have played this game with a mouse. You would have played it entirely on the keys. I don't think it would have had a joypad support even. Any blue things where you can walk on them. I'm just going to watch. I'm not going to join you because I can't stand jumping puzzles. So I've just completed Doom Eternal. Like, I'm done for jumping. You two look absolutely ridiculous. Just sliding around with 2 frames of run. I love when they had to label it because obviously no one was working out what you could do. Guardian of Fire. Here we go. Can I shoot over you?
Oh, that's scary.
Oh, that looks like a secret. Have you got crouch?
Whoa,
That was really well done. With the Doom engine, that's amazing. Who's at the end? Yeah. I guess this scroll is for a mage. So if you're a mage, you still wouldn't have had a weapon until this point. I have good news and bad news. So the bad news is that looks like a really hard jump puzzle. The good news is I'm pretty sure we need the thing at the end for something of the Guardian of Steel. I'm just watching you guys throw yourself to the death repeatedly. Yeah.
Can't do anything with it.
Brilliant. It's a bit weird, this sort of very, very rapid level changing that forces everybody to come with you. Hey guys, I've got an idea, and everyone just gets yanked out immediately. There, in front of me.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Problem solving. So I like the way that teleporter is just on the floor to the point where you could run over it by accident. Okay, I need to go back to town and sell some crap. No, wait, wrong game. Not done. Torchlight was the pet that would sell shit for you. This is a lot better than Heretic, by the way. I mean, obviously they had a couple more years to write it. Combat feels a lot more solid. When we're stuck and then we get unstuck, I feel like I've solved something rather than just... Oh, God. And there's some quite good uses of the engine as well. The Mystic Ambit Incant is extra health. That one, of course, that doesn't do anything, and the Poison Cloud Flechette we knew. Could they have made the controls any more awkward for selecting stuff? Only if they tried. Very much like the... Okay, yeah, this is another one. Let's check that. Of Fire, but different entrance to it. The only thing that is annoying is obviously we had to kill monsters. We don't get any reward for it. There's no loot. There's no XP. Wait, how are we here? Did someone jump through and then...
I think we went through at the same time.
Okay, I see what to do. It's a jumping puzzle.
Jumping through the fire.
A different place in the Garden of Fire. Oh, wait, I have to keep checking the mini-map. It doesn't tell me on the screen. Problem with this, if I save it, I don't think this...
Stuck on that really, wasn't it? Like, yeah, walk this way. This is nice and easy. Push you off.
Couldn't have done that without dying. Now, it says we solved half a puzzle, but I don't know if that's the second half of the puzzle or the first half of the puzzle.
Cool. I'm
glad I've got a range weapon. How's your axe doing for you?
Not very well.
I'm doing great for the next 116 shots. It's going to get a little tricky. This game needs at least a sort of a swoosh or something. Like when you teleport, it just goes whoosh, entering the Knight's Crucible, rather than I'm suddenly running around in another level. What's going on? It's not like 3 chapters. There's just one game. So it takes about 2.5 hours to complete, I assume, if you know what you're doing. But I also assume single player. I swear I've killed everything and you guys have done nothing with your axe.
I'm killing stuff in here now.
So I can't hear the sound of my weapon fires magic green laser bolts out of an eyeball. And I found some armour, which brings my armour class up to a whopping 6. I don't really know what's going on with the old armour class thing. I think it gets destroyed over time.
I've got the heart of Spank.
Did it say the helmet of Spank? I don't get flechettes. I'm a cleric. I get poison bombs, which are quite frankly more dangerous than they're worth. Brian, you're a warrior. You should go first. Why don't we get James to solve this puzzle? James, come and solve this puzzle. And I'm going to watch you solve the puzzle, because that makes for good... Well, you can do this side then, because you're brilliant.
I just ran past the other one.
Right.
What was in the middle. There, look. See, I needed the heart of the sparrow.
Oh, silly me. I should have thought of that.
Of course.
And now I've got a falcon shield.
No wonder you have such big armour class. You keep taking all the armour.
But it's okay, because I lose it again when I get hit. Oh, there's no choice. There's no pickup. It just goes, you've got it. Oh, all right. So if you come to me... Oh, that you are... Tell you what, playing Borderlands was really difficult after playing Heretic yesterday. You genuinely felt like you were running through treacle at all points. Like, even with sprint on, it's so slow. It's a shame this game predates, you know, weaponry and things appearing on characters, because you're still running around in your pants with a hat on. Did you eat the icon of the defender, or did you actually, you know, use it as a shield? You just ate it. You just ate the shield.
Yeah.
Brilliant. We needed that shit, and you just went and fucking ate it. Brilliant. Now we're all fucked. We're the heart of the sparrow, we have a magic staff, and you've brought a set of grenades along. We've got an AK-47 to go with that too. Did we achieve anything on that entire area?
I guess so.
Ah, sorry. No, like, obvious thing. It's just literally an invisible trigger box. Anyone in chat who remembers this game, we are keen to play the game. If you can tell us what we do at any point, I guarantee none of us are going to shout back, no, stop spoiling it for us. It's absolutely fine. We could literally be running around for hours and hours and hours going, I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. I am surprised this game didn't support palletization, so you couldn't have like red versions of the same mob without any extra graphics being drawn. Because we're fighting a lot of these green mobs, which incidentally I can shoot through these.
I can axe through them as well.
What are you doing? Just like poking this and letting them just run themselves into it. It is so much easier to see the switches on the map than in the world. I like the spinny bits, they're rather good.
Let's do 3D graphics. So those particular items only.
No, they're the walls. They're just wall segments rotating. So they're not really 3D any more than the walls are 3D. In the segment of Wraith Verge, I've got one part of the cleric weapon, and that's one part of the barbarian weapon. There's like a cool sword, and then here's all the weapons in case we miss them. Don, yeah, you could do a good deep voice. Yeah, can you do a voice for our game? Yeah, brilliant. My servants to smell your blood. It's all right. We'll fix it in Soundforge, make it sound really cool afterwards. It won't sound terrible. No, it'll sound brilliant. It'll be just like Spawn.
Those sort of ammo.
Green floating black dice.
Roll it, see if you get D6. Yeah, if you come to me, I think I found the next barbarian weapon. I assume it's a barbarian weapon. I mean, I can't pick it up, and it looks fairly barbaric. It's Hammer of Retribution, 200 mana.
Oh, nice. It fires. It throws. It's like a throwing hammer.
So now the axe isn't good enough for you. I have to say, without messing around, that looks really cool. Does mean you fuckers have been nicking all my ammo now? Oh, I've picked up a tiny Minotaur. Dark Servant. That's a bit racist, isn't it? They've literally called it Dark Servant, which just feels a little bit culturally insensitive, I have to say. Well, I wouldn't, being British, but if I was an American, I may think otherwise. They didn't call it Darky Servant, I suppose. Did you just go set fire to the trees?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? You could have just squeezed through. I don't know. I don't know if you've seen Bright. It's a Netflix film with Will Smith. And a lot of Americans consider it to be an allegory for race and slavery and all that. But UK, we don't really have much in the way of like slave guilt. It just wasn't really a thing over here. It was a bit, but not the level of America. A lot of that stuff just doesn't register with UK people. It genuinely doesn't. But yes, you guys had a civil war of it, whereas us, it was just kind of a thing very, very rich people did. And then a cultural embarrassment. Have you guys seen how this water's done, by the way? Turn 90 degrees so you're facing the same way. It's just flat, it's wibbling up and down. It's the US, racial segregation stuff. A friend of mine was ostracized for marrying a black bloke, and this was in the early 90s. And I'm like, what the fuck? To me, that's something that happened hundreds of years ago.
There's a program called Northern Crosses about interracial, but it's basically the black dominance and white people. Sort of.
Right-hand side, you have 3 segments, and you'll see a handle.
I've got a porculator.
Now, it'd be better if it turned them into pork, wouldn't it? What I like is how hard they've tried with this very, very limited engine. This misty fog area looks really quite good. Get Out was amazing, and so was Us. But all of Jordan Peele's films have been absolutely brilliant, as long as you don't mind watching black people cry a lot. I look forward to whatever he does next. He's directing a TV series I was interested in. The first day I heard Fire Key and Steel Keys, and now we've got Cave Keys. Castle Key.
I'm going to jump in the well and hope for the best.
Have you never seen an episode of Lassie? What's that? Brian's jumped in the well? What do you mean he's jumped in the well? What's that do? What? Sorry, did you just smash up that suit of armour?
Yeah.
Says Mr. Only wearing a pair of pants. Well, I could wear them. I could have worn that one. I went, oh wait, that did actually hide a button. So, am I welcome though, or were you just simply breaking everything that you could see? That does rather look like Diablo, doesn't it? Are we in some sort of underground pub? Why is this underground pub misty? Boy, I'm going to take you to a hotel one day, Brian. You'll be ever so excited. They have loads of lifts. If you go to a big hotel, they might have 10 or 12 lifts. Like, there's a lift here. I'm like, all right, I can't. Less puzzles in hotels, generally, I found. The horn key. I've got that right here, baby. Just shove that in the lock and give it a twist. Don't jump down there. I've jumped there 4 times in a row because it takes you back where we were. So and then I keep coming up again, oh, a hole, and jump down it again. Well, if Brian went this way, he didn't kill everything, so 0 marks to Brian.
I died. It
Oh.
killed me.
Holy. I haven't completed it. I also...
Icon of
Oh no, they did squish me! I don't think the designers of the game had quite such comedic value in mind. I'm loving that crouch. That's so haxy, by the way. But I don't care. Okay, I've got the swamp key. Good. Front. The swamp key was in the swamp. You think the cave key's in the cave. I have one further question, which is where we're going to find the horn key. So we're now in the caves of Cersei. When was Game of Thrones written? I've got 20... Oh, hold on. Bats? Oh, hold on. You don't seem to kill them. They're just animated. Dance of War Chief, when was Hexen out? I think that was 95? Yeah, we're still joking. We've only got 1 weapon. Probably not a Game of Thrones reference then. So perhaps Game of Thrones had a little Hexen reference in it. I found a chaos device.
That just teleports you back to the beginning.
That's not very chaotic, is it? So I'm in a sort of a crater, and then at the background there's some mountains, and there's just the sky spinning round at a horrendous rate. I feel like I'm in a tumble dryer spinning around so quickly. It's doing a rotation about every minute or something. You would be flung off the earth. It was spinning this fast.
Maybe we're just inside the eye of a tornado.
It's slow for a tornado on the other hand. But no, blue wells are like teleport targets, and red wells are like intra-level teleport. Have you tried making yourself very short? Oh, the chaos device is one use. That's particularly rubbish. What do you think about a lot of the map design? Chekhov's gun did not apply back here. They're here, apparently. And if you see something in a film, it must have a use. So if a character has a gun over a mantelpiece, again, for the time, this was, well, it would have been fairly cutting edge, actually, because Duke Nukem wouldn't have been out yet.
I'm just busy rubbing my body against the wall.
Your microphone was on for that statement, Brian. Have you seen this bit? I think I found where the cave key is, and it's going to be over there somewhere, isn't it? After you. I'm still good at jumping puzzles. Oh, wow, I'm at the beginning of the game. Does appear to be stuff we've not done before, though. Oh, fuck off with your jumping puzzles. You've got to be joking me. Any weapon that uses green mana. So the green weapon I've got that fires green magic uses blue mana. So I'm assuming the next weapon will be blue and uses green mana. Hopefully it's a shotgun. Like a magic shotgun, obviously, not just a regular shotgun. I had a magic shotgun in Heretic. It was rather good, actually. I really wish we could see which keys we had. I mean, I can tell you that we've killed 38 out of 119 monsters. I can tell you we found 0 out of 0 secrets, so that's brilliant. But not what keys we've got. Axtra Liz was using the Hammer of Retribution, whereas Andragorax is using Timon's Axe. My main remembrance of Timon and Pumbaa was that there was a pair of characters in Borderlands that you could kill that were punly named after them. It was Paimon and Tumba. I found a whole bunch of mobs and I feel very alone. Oh, well, you can really sprint. Oh, shit, I fucked it up.
Oh, hell.
JK, can you teleport us out before we die? Oh, never mind.
Okay.
We've all gone in the same direction. This is all Scooby-Doo style looking for stuff, is it? What's the point of having a jump and then making you walk up loads of ramps? Someone would be watching this who's played Hexen to death and just be going, oh, for fuck's sake. This is so obvious. This is so obvious. There's like a high up ledge and I found a way to get up there and I gained nothing from it. It's called exploring. Look it up. Alexa, define exploring.
Is a form of the verb
Alexa,
explore,
stop. Is it the merman key?
It's the speed.
Oh, great. That's really what I'm lacking in this game, is the ability to move even faster. The boots of failed jumping puzzle. These are called poison cloud flechettes. I thought a flechette was a short dart. Hey, I pulled a lever and all the torches came on. My favourite lever ever.
Oh, see, where's JK?
He just sprinted off, screaming about blood for the blood god. They can kill me with that. I've got no mana. Chucked all of your grenades on the floor, and neither of you pressed the bloody lever.
Didn't see it.
That's because you were too busy going, blood for the blood god. And I'll love you forever if you just tell me where the fuck the cave key is on this game. I can't really tab out, because I'm streaming it as well. I don't care about working it out myself. It's called stream interaction. Mixer are very keen on this. I vote, by the way, for future games we play less complicated games. This game does suffer from, you can't work out what to do on a level because you had to go to another level in order to achieve it. I'll just kill myself. It's not as if I care about dying. I don't lose anything at all from dying. I'm happy, by the way. I think end of this hub, and I think I've seen all of Hexen I care about. Oh, yeah. But doesn't tell me what they are. Very cool, and at the same time, completely useless. It's a bit like Doom Eternal. The combat's great, quite enjoyable, and then everything apart from the combat, much less good. This is the 4/6 of the puzzle, yes. Yeah. I think I'll say impressive graphically. I think this is an interesting take on the cast FPS genre. They've done an excellent job with the hub worlds. More ball ache than added fun. It does stretch the length of the game out somewhat. Not necessarily a good thing. Everyone keeps visiting Cersei's cave, don't they? Even just saying, do you wish to teleport to the caves of Cersei? Like, oh, no, I don't. Or colour coding the portals, would that have been so hard? Doing this is a bit like watching a shit film with your mates. It's no fun at all by yourself, but it's kind of funny just experiencing it. And to be fair, this was a very good game at the time. I mean, this was a highly rated, genre-bending FPS game. The novelties of it are not really all that these days.
Map tells you which keys you've got.
Oh, shit. I might need my eyes tested. Oh, there's some mana that I didn't need, and a bad guy. It's a dead end. Alright, well, whatever. Just got to punch this guy to death to make myself feel better. A mini-map would be nice, though, even if it's not a part of the original game. Because in single player, you had to complete the whole game without dying. So if you died, you had to reload. And if you ran out of ammo, you were obviously just completely boned. I'm glad that my memories of Hexen were pretty accurate, which is, this is cool. Where am I supposed to be going? What am I supposed to be doing? Okay, I need someone to do this for me. I've got no ammo.
Back up.
You're in the way. Green, shove, green, shove. Oh, duck, yeah. No, that doesn't work. There we go. This game supports 8 players co-op, by the way. Why would you possibly, in your right mind, make corridors not wide enough for 2 people? All these hours of playing Doom on the mini-map have paid off, finally. Actually, screw that. There you go. I've killed them all. Oh, and myself. But mostly them. I should have pressed the button on the way out, shouldn't I? Not the way in. So much finding items and stuff. There's zero story. Even Doom had more story than this. All we've got is foolish mortal. How many different mobs we found? Guys with shields, guys with 2 heads, flying imps, mermen, serpents, whips in the set. A large part of Doom was definitely, I wonder what weapon I'm going to get next. And this is like, I'm still on the 2nd weapon. I've seen the Mage's 3rd weapon a few times, but not the Cleric one. Christ, with 8 players, you would be constantly warping between areas, wouldn't you?
Yeah, whoops, sorry, whoops, sorry, whoops, sorry.
Bear in mind, this was also before we had voice chat, so it would have all been via text. I've got 2/3 of mine anyway. That looks like you've only got 1/3 of it. Oh no, there's 5 bits to it, isn't there? Mine looks like a 1/3 full, but mine probably goes left side, right side, middle. Is it because he's the green character? Well, that makes no fucking sense. Unless we're planning on playing the other 3 hubs, it's pretty moot. But you can't even join in. Like, it doesn't give you the hilts in case you missed it, I don't think. JK, did you play Descent back in the day then? Would you like to play a first-person shooter that requires a joystick? Ready to play Descent, you need a 6-axis joystick. You need a throttle, twist, a rudder, and you need a hat. It's a spaceship first-person shooter.
Chill out.
But yeah, it's just a bit too much puzzle solving. And not fun random puzzle solving. You're not solving a puzzle, you're just running around till you find the button and hit it. Like, the murdering's pretty good. Just my lack of ammo, and it still hasn't given me another weapon. Hey, I found my 2nd weapon. It's a pair of hands. It's a railgun. I thought it said killed by a bishop's dank powers, but that would be a little bit ahead of the meme curve there. Yes, puzzle by obscurity. That's a good description of it. But if I knew where all the buttons were, we could have ploughed through that entire section in about 10 minutes. Oh, we have to do it in that order, this order, that order. Playing again would be worse because you'd forget the order you needed to do it in. The puzzles in Doom and Doom Eternal are excellent. There are puzzles, but they don't feel stupid. They feel very sensible, and you've usually got a fairly good clue where you need to be doing stuff out. I'm fairly sure I could squeeze through that gap, you know. Fairly sure. But no. Did you play Diablo 1? Remember how horrendous it was? I played Diablo 2 a lot, but I haven't played Diablo 1 since the late 90s. I like to sort of do stuff people forgot rather than stuff people might still carry on with. Anything other than the easiest difficulty. I remember that. I killed Diablo once, and I killed Diablo with a level 7, don't joke, Bear of the Bow, with so much knockback he could never get near me. So I never actually fought him properly at all. It's worth playing just to realise how mean games were to players back then. You died, you drop all your loot on the floor right here. If you quit the game at this point, we're destroying all of your loot. On top of that, they encrypted your save into the registry, so you couldn't even back up your character very easily. You had to use special tools to back it up. Save game existed in about 100 hidden registry keys across your registry. Couldn't even copy the registry key and back it up. Oh, you actually push these. Oh, that's quite clever. For something to do during the lockdown and something to entertain people, to play some old LAN classics and Hexen of not necessarily of our youth, but I'd like to play this. I'd like to play Total Annihilation, Carmageddon, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, Choose Be Pop. I think it made for quite a good YouTube series. We're taking suggestions from the comments. If there's something you'd like us to play, please don't make us play Heretic. We played that yesterday. I don't want to play Heretic ever again in my entire life. This one is approaching that now. The novelty has worn off, and it's not a fundamentally good game underneath the nostalgia. It's not bad. Puzzle through obscurity. Now we've picked up some ruby planets. Great. What am I supposed to do with these? I don't know. You don't know. Oh, wait. I found out where you put the planets. Who had a ruby planet? Wait. We actually did play Doom through already, but I like Doom, so I'm happy to play Doom through again. I'd like to replay Metal Fatigue. I remember it being quite a complicated and clever RTS, because you had to design mechs while you were playing. I seem to recall I was the only person that ever played it. I'm struggling to have ammo at all, and all the monsters constantly respawn. If you get lost a bit, all the monsters are just back there on the way back. This game would be difficult single player, because if you die, that's it, game over, you have to reload. You have to do the whole game in one life without falling down any of these pits. How many pits have we fallen down? Can you imagine just quick saving each? A futuristic RTS. The gimmick was you could hide your units in tall grass. He worked on a multiplayer Advance Wars. He actually worked on a virtual reality Advance Wars clone for a while. A lot of things I needed a lot of art. Past the game. You just literally handed the game over to your mate and they took their turn and then handed it back. This is a turn-based game. My copy of Advance Wars got stolen, and I had a 800-hour save on it. I like that JK was like, there's no keys. No, but you have to go collecting a whole bunch of gems instead. Done some great uses of the engine. If you're watching this back, which hopefully someone watches it, I don't know why you would, but hopefully you do, please leave some suggestions for what we should play. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to be notified. Did I do that right?